What's good, man? It's your boy Cash. Cash Money Dream Podcast. We in the building. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, yo, real quick, super thanks. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. We here. We in the building. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, listen, today's going to be a fucked up day. I have to say this and phrase this differently. Today's going to be a very messed up day. I mean, it comes back down to us reporting a whole bunch of different topics. This podcast been around almost going on a year. We ain't been a year yet, but we getting there, right, Ramin?
Yeah, got a couple more months.
But today's show, listen, like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform, man. We are a total different platform, man. You can get us on all these platforms. We now got another platform. What is it? It's called Reddit.
Reddit, and we've been on X since day one, Instagram since day one, even Facebook, YouTube, obviously, Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble especially. If you guys got a Rumble account, subscribe on our Rumble. Like, real talk. And we'll put this in the description. You, listen, for all the guys who's subscribing, all the guys who's sitting there commenting, we see you. And we thank you for your support. Another way to do it is super thanks. You know what I mean? But listen, today's show is going to get into a topic. Hey, I think we're going into the topic once again, man. I hate, listen, I am biased against all this shit, okay? Doesn't mean that, hey, I'm not going to shame somebody because you tell me to. I see all you guys on YouTube. That's the difference between the Cash Money Dream podcast. We're not like every other podcast. We're not going to sit here and say, listen, this is what it is. We're going to put out the information until somebody's guilty, until he goes to a trial.
Allegedly.
And the jury says he's guilty, or until the case, even when they did all the things to this person. And Ramin, let's just get into it.
Yeah.
We're talking about
celebrity news.
P. Diddy,
Sean,
Puff Daddy,
yeah,
Brother Love.
Whatever you want to call him, P. Diddy, Sean Diddy, Diddy Combs, whatever you want to call him. Listen, there's a lot of people taking shots at this man on social media, in the news, and there's people who supporting him and saying they give their prayers. I was listening to Fat Joe, and Fat Joe was like, look, that's one of my closest friends for 30 years. And listen, I respect what Fat Joe said. Listen, I'm saying my prayers for him and his family. Listen, I'm not going to say anything. This is a subject where you say nothing and just sing your prayers. Shout out to that man. That man is exactly what you should be in a time of this, where you have so many people coming out trying to destroy Diddy, man. And listen, there's people
Allegedly
that's been knowing Diddy for 20 years throwing their shots. Everybody's throwing their shots. But
well, there's people that have been throwing shots for 20 years.
Well,
too,
listen,
so
I think when your man is a billionaire and he's successful and he's on top of the mountain, they're going to do everything to destroy your kingdom. And how do you destroy a kingdom? You basically say SA or you say some type of allegation towards
allegedly
assaulting a woman. And guess what? You want to destroy a man's kingdom? You, in today's world, this is not. Listen. This is how you do it. You put him in a situation where you saying something has to involve a woman, right?
yeah. So let's just get into it. I guess it depends on if it's true or not, on how we're gonna feel about it. But it doesn't ever look good when you got a military operation at 3 of your mansions all around the country. So it's not looking good. But let's see. 50 Cent has something to say about it. So we'll review what he did. There's some new things that came out as well within the last couple of days that we're going to go over, but we'll start with this one.
Celebrity news.
And then we'll get your reaction.
Yeah, let's do it.
So on Tuesday, March 26th, 50 continued his online trolling aimed at the Bad Boys mogul by pulling Jay-Z into the conversation. Unserious as ever, 50 Cent shared an image of a milk carton with Hope's face edited onto its missing children's ad slide.
Good Lord.
Anybody seen Jay? LOL. He captioned the Instagram post. Puff said the ain't answering his phone, LOL. The New York City native poked fun at Diddy and Meek Mill with a deep fake video of Donald Trump using the N-word earlier this week. Soon after, the aforementioned Homeland Security investigation into Diddy's properties was revealed in late March.
We're going to pause that real quick. So basically, 50's doing what he's been doing.
Is that true, though?
What?
Donald Trump.
No, they said it's a deep fake. So we're not going to play that. You could go watch that if you want. But basically, somebody created with probably AI Donald Trump sitting in an interview that he had with CNN or Fox News in the past, and he's talking shit to Diddy in this interview instead of saying what he really said.
Okay.
They used AI to. It was weird, but anyway.
Denied.
Right. So we're gonna get into That's 50. So he's been trolling for over a decade, I think. He's been calling Diddy a fruit pop and all kinds of things for a while. And some of it may or may not be true based on what happens with these allegations. Yes. We also got another video. This guy Torre, he has kind of a personal experience with this that he shared the other day as well.
So is this someone who worked with Diddy?
Not exactly, but he had, I think, a relative who did, or who tried to. I think they were interning. Well, let's just let him explain it real quick, and we'll get your reaction to that too.
You know, I was personally disturbed many years ago. Okay, I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern.
Yeah.
And I have never talked about this publicly. And he said yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this is a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, oh, like this is how it goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So to hear that things went even further with potentially, allegedly, many other people, it's not, we feel like we've seen this coming.
All right, we're going to pause that too. So basically, this guy has a semi-personal experience.
Allegedly.
That his family member, who was a male, he made sure to let that be known that it was a male, not a female, was asked to spend the night. Diddy asked them to spend the night, or I'm going to just cut off your internship, and they said no, and then the internship was over. So, allegedly, but we got some articles to go over too, but so far, what do you think of this? Is this one of those situations where there's smoke, there's fire, or do you still think there's not enough smoke yet?
I don't think it's enough smoke, but it is fire and there is smoke, but it's not enough. And that's my opinion. Once again, man, listen. Is Diddy doing freak-offs? Yes.
Allegedly.
Is Diddy sleeping with men?
Allegedly.
I don't know. Is Diddy fucking rappers? I don't know.
Allegedly.
Like Meek Mill?
I'm going to say this, and no.
You stupid.
Meek Mills is not gay. So we're going to not get into this. What's up, Philly? Shout out to Philly.
Stop the cap.
Philly know what's up. Anyway, I truly think, this is my opinion. If y'all think Meek is gay, that's your opinion. I think different. But getting back to Diddy, he's in a position right now is very dangerous. He's already took a lot of L's that he's still rich as fuck though. So, and he still got the position of power. You guys don't understand how it works. Go look at all these guys knocking down his cribs, right? They knocking down his houses. He's still, you don't hear them saying this Diddy is the sexual predator. You don't hear them saying Diddy is the guy.
Allegedly.
They're not saying that yet because they don't have the evidence. They can't say these things because you can get sued. And it goes back to like an OJ trial. If you fuck up evidence, they will lose.
Right.
So they got to be very careful what they say.
They're a lot better with that nowadays than they used to be.
They got to be careful what they say, what information they put out. Now, listen, you can't spend, let me tell you something. And this is a conversation we had, earlier. If they're knocking down your door in New York City, okay, they're knocking down your door in Miami. Shout out to the 305. They're knocking down your doors in the most beautiful country. And I'm going to say this very quickly. If you ain't been to L.A., outside of the strippers, the hoes, and the drug dealers, L.A. is very, very nice. Unbelievable weather. I think it's expensive as fuck, though. To live in L.A., everybody got a G-Wagon. Everybody driving a motherfucking S550.
You what?
But if they can raid L.A., this costs $3 to $5 million.
These are all different agencies, too. They have to work together.
This costs $3 to $5 million of taxpayer money. You motherfuckers are paying for it. The taxpayers. I don't know if y'all know that.
I think they're okay with it if a criminal goes away.
Well,
but if it's a waste of time,
the only time they do something like
hurts.
this, bro, is if you a kingpin.
Or if they have enough evidence.
I mean,
that's.
Is he a kingpin?
I mean, depends on what you're saying. You're talking about like in the crime ring,
they saying,
like a crime ring campaign.
Puff Daddy is a sex trafficker.
Yeah.
Do y'all truly believe that? Do American? I mean, in the comments, you guys can say this. Listen, we can say this on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. And the reason why our podcast is so important on this subject because it shows that, listen, as men, we must be very, very smart and calculated who we choose to fuck with. I think every guy in 2024 should now you should be having paperwork where you have a female sign her rights away or anybody rights away so you are protected. Only because at any time you.
What do you mean by rights?
I mean, listen,
like they don't have rights to do what?
They don't have anything to say towards whatever conversation or relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
he
did that.
No, I understand that, but he did it at a certain point. Listen, guys have to be very, very protected because even if you do a freak off, right, and you have an orgy, and it's everybody comes in and they sign up for it, that can hit you in 10 years and say somebody caused a STD or something happened where they suing you.
Bruh.
So
you're not saying so what you're saying is sign it in case of like petty shit that really wasn't your fault technically happens later. Not if you're breaking the law and you just want to get away with breaking the law.
Listen,
you're not talking about that, right?
Listen, we don't want to break the law.
But that's what they're saying he did. That's the issue.
I mean, understandable, right? But what I'm saying, for any guy coming into money, if you're a multi-millionaire today, right? You're 21, 24, 32, your first million, 2 million, you got enough money to create a family or fuck a lot of females. You can do whatever you choose. You must make sure you protect your money and your name because what happens is allegations come to you and you want to make sure you have all your affairs in order so you can deal with these punches.
Allegedly.
Diddy, the reason why he can still have what he has is because he's a billionaire. If he was worth $20 million, he'd have been already fucked. I mean, his lawyer fees.
He's got unlimited lawyer fees.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
His budget is unlimited.
Exactly. So that's the difference. And most men don't have. Y'all not 1% of Diddy. That's what men don't understand. That's why everybody attacking Diddy, because when there's smoke, there's fire. And when there's fire, there's a whole bunch of people trying to put it out. And guess what? These people are the same people that are mad at Diddy. Well, come on. A lot of people are mad at Diddy. 50 got shots at Diddy. I mean, at one point, Diddy could have signed 50, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And 50...
I think 50's upset about that, but to be honest, maybe he's not anymore. Maybe at the time he's upset, but that actually worked out better for him.
Correct. And then listen,
better.
This is not a shot to 50. I think 50 is an amazing artist. 50 deserves everything he has.
It was a blessing in disguise.
100%. Shout out to Dr. Dre, Eminem, Aftermath, Shady Aftermath, the whole crew, G-Unit, everything they done for hip-hop, amazing. So this is not a shot to 50, but let me tell you something, bitterness does exist in hip-hop, okay?
Allegedly.
People are bitter. So if I had a chance to fuck with you and you chose not to fuck with me, and I felt like I was one of the best candidates and you didn't fuck with me, I'm not gonna look at you the same. So when I do make it and I am successful, I'm gonna look down upon you. I don't care who you are.
I think that's true because that actually, what you just said goes into what we were about to show on the screen. So the latest accusations and lawsuit that was filed, a lot of people are saying that was the cherry on top and that's what's causing this.
Yeah.
Little Rod, the Love album producer, who is bitter, it seems like, because he was owed money and didn't get paid. Just like Cassie said, Diddy owed her money for music, so she was suing and got it. So there's photos. I don't know who took these photos, but if you look, there's a photo here on a yacht with Diddy and Cuba Gooding Jr. And Little Rod is in here too. He's got like a little studio set up where he's working on Pro Tools. You can actually see on his laptop he's using Pro Tools. But they're here. I don't know what they're holding each other for or saying to each other, but I don't know who took that picture. Maybe Little Rod. But right after that, there's another picture that came out during this civil lawsuit with Cuba, got his arm around Little Rod. There's Little Rod on Pro Tools on his computer. Looks like he's working on something. And I don't know. It looks like Cuba's hand is on his leg or his arm. He's holding him with his other hand. I don't know what's going on, but he's accusing and saying that Cuba assaulted him as well on this yacht. And it was part of this whole situation why he's filing a lawsuit for all this crap.
Prove it.
But exactly, that's the point. So I think the feds going in and collecting everything they did is to collect evidence so they can prove it. Because if there's really nothing there, what the hell did you do? You came in with like tanks and shit. You see what they had on his driveway?
Listen to me, man.
It was like they were going to the cartel.
Stop the cap.
Everybody gonna keep saying that Diddy is guilty. Cool. That's your opinion. And there's a lot of people.
Allegedly.
There's a lot of people who ain't saying shit. I was listening to an interview that Mason Cameron was having, and shout out to them guys. Them dudes are they're a part of hip hop also. Cameron and Mace. We have nothing but love for those guys. Them dudes, what they did for hip hop was unbelievable. But listen, Mace said something that I don't know if this was this cap or was he being 100%
No,
real?
I think he was being for real.
And what he said was like, look, that's why God's plan is what it is. I exit early for a reason because I didn't want to be in the positions.
He probably maybe allegedly saw some of this shit and wanted to get away from the situation.
He didn't want to be in these positions so these things can happen towards his future. So he left early. And he said what he lost to the money of sacrificing with Diddy, Cameron gave him that bag. That's crazy.
You also got a pastor named T.D. Jakes that's named in this Little Rod, I think, lawsuit.
I heard.
You also
and that's a heavy hitter.
You also got Prince Harry.
I mean, that's a heavy hitter also. I think TD, how can you say his name?
T.D. Jakes. I think all these guys are quiet.
Well, you have to be. But when you got Cat Williams calling out Diddy and calling out.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear that real quick. I got that right here.
Oh, man. Let's play it.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that was a couple months ago.
Yeah. And shout out to.
Does he look like a Nostradamus now to you? Or do you think he was just capping and got lucky and everything? And it seems like it's coming to reality, what he said.
I think when you're Cat Williams and you're in a position like Cat Williams and you're a comedian and you're in the streets every day and you're not taking handouts as a comedian, and you're not selling your soul, you're going to see the world differently than someone who's selling their soul to an industry getting a check. So
there's another part we won't play, but I'm sure all of you have seen this interview already.
He's just speaking
when he says that Diddy offered him $50 million a couple times and he had to deny it.
He's speaking what he sees physically and he's expressing what he's been through. And I truly believe that this is why this dude hit 90 million views on the Shay Shay interview. It's just because black culture wants the truth. We've been lied to in the entertainment world for so long. And this is why I try to tell men, listen, you cannot be like Diddy. We all want money like Diddy. We all want to be wealthy like Diddy. We want to have businesses, CEO positions. We want to have careers, rappers, because our whole society's always been pushed to be an athlete or a rapper, right? Why can't we be doctors? Why can't we be surgeons? Why can't we be professors? Why can't we be scientists? Why can't we be engineers? All right? Everything for the black culture is push for entertainment. And this is why I try to tell you on the Cash Money Drink podcast, listen, man, look.
Entertainment.
You cannot follow these celebrities. Like I tell women, you can't follow Kim Kardashian. Fuck no. You're crazy. That's not the woman you should follow. And that's what women are doing. They're following Kim Kardashian. And then 1 out of 1 million women are successful. 1 out of 1 million women are successful. So what happens to the almost 900,000 plus women? They go fucking crazy. They do everything to copy this woman and they're not successful. Your body count's high. You have mental health issues because you don't trust men. You fucked every rapper. You fucked every athlete. I'm going to say it again. You fucked every rapper. You fucked every athlete and it didn't work out. And now you 25, 35, 45, trying to figure it out. And some of these women, they go younger because it's easier to manipulate a guy who's going to sleep with you because you're beautiful.
Well, Diddy's most recent girlfriend is younger, so and she went older.
And guess what?
And
a woman should go older, but it's who you choose who to fuck with.
This is crazy, man. This is something else that just came out. Allegedly, she was transferring pink cocaine to him, and she's Young Miami, his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever it is. Little Rod mentioned her, I think, too, and now she's in the mix. They're hitting him from like all angles.
Listen, it's
not just sexual stuff. It's also
Ramin.
drugs, crime,
Ramin.
and then the Kid Cudi bombing thing they're talking about. All this allegedly.
When
stuff.
there's smoke, there's fire.
There's all kinds of.
I'm
fire.
gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna say this again. I said this 3 months ago. I think this is our 4th or 5th video on Diddy. Listen, Diddy is an amazing artist. What he did for hip hop, he's probably in the 2nd or 3rd spot for what he created with rap. Jay-Z's probably one of the top. But we need to understand is there's a lot of victims and a lot of things at stake right now. And Diddy's in the lineup.
You think Jay-Z's involved like 50 Cent?
I'm not gonna say that. Y'all gotta understand. This is what I said 3-4 months ago. You can
Allegedly.
I think they say that because they're such close friends.
Listen to me. When one big piece falls, okay, it's a down. How do you say this, Rami?
Yeah, this was back in December. You said this when we did the first video. You said this is crazy because you didn't think anything would really come out of it at the end because you said he's not alone. If he's doing something wrong, there's other people that are either bigger than him or smaller than him or at his level doing it too, and they're probably going to try to do everything they can to stop it from coming out.
Listen, man.
But they already got in his house and got whatever they got. It's not looking good for those people either.
Listen, man. If Diddy is one of the pieces, how many other pieces are behind Diddy?
It's like the Epstein thing, right?
100%. What other names?
All kinds of pieces.
What other names are attached to Diddy? And it's funny, man, because you see so many people in the celebrity world attaching themselves to Diddy. So many people saying, and they on the other side with the torches and the fire, and they saying Diddy, 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 and they destroying him. And these are people that once befriended him. These are the people that once went to his parties and joined those rooms that Cat Williams talk about. But this is funny. This is why I tell you as men, you must know who you fuck with. You must understand that your kingdom is always being attacked by motherfucking peasants and servants. You got to understand why the pyramids was built. There's a bottom level and there's a high level. What position do you want in this world? You're not going to win. Let me explain something to you. The day you become a millionaire, they're going to try to take that from you. And the government's going to try to take half. Period. You're not going to beat the government. As long as you live in America, you fucked. Okay? So as Diddy, and it took him 30 years to get where he's at, his kingdom's being attacked. They did it to Michael Jackson. They did it to Prince. I mean, they did it to OJ.
Well, people see, I don't know about OJ, but I think Michael Jackson and Prince, people think they're innocent. I don't think anybody thinks this guy's innocent.
Listen to me. As long as you have money and power and you go have freak loans, this is why the Bible's important. I don't care what religion you follow. It makes sense. If you want one wife, cool. If you want 3 wives, cool. But it prevents you from doing these freak offs. It prevents you from doing all these stupid things that put you around your enemies. Let me tell you something. Most of the people that went to these freak offs was jealous of Diddy. Do you see the kind of crib this man has? The kind of cribs and access that he has?
At least 3.
Bro.
He probably has more they didn't rate.
Bro, listen to me. Diddy's in a bad position. And we have to see how this play out. I understand what 50's saying. 50's in a position where this is what 50 does. And 50's,
he's been to some of these parties too. So.
50 is good at this. And Jay-Z, listen, we don't know. Y'all, it's a lot of shit.
I can't wait till the documentary comes out.
There's a lot of shit coming out on Jay-Z. But I'm not going to sit here and go at Jay-Z or Beyonce. Y'all, why are we keep attacking black people? Why are we keep trying to destroy black people? Why are we keep trying to destroy black culture? Why are we keep being rats? You got a guy pulling out on motherfucking video outside of Diddy's house in a Bentley talking about Diddy's. That's all he does is he's a like, bro. You ain't never been to the party. You ratting, talking about what he's doing, but never been there.
Stop it. Get some help.
You lucky to be in the neighborhood with Diddy, but you sitting out here so quick to kill your black culture. This is what I'm talking about. We are the only civilization, as black people in America today that will kill each other and destroy each other because of jealousy. Listen, y'all want to see Diddy disappear? That's y'all decision. Let's see what happens. But we're gonna end this subject because I truly believe this.
I feel like we're gonna be on the subject every week until
Bro,
it ends.
well, listen.
This shit's coming out
And
quick. Every
guess what?
day there's new
And
shit
guess what?
coming out.
Celebrity news.
We're gonna keep reporting it because it has to do with our culture, but it also has to do with for men. Man, pay attention. While you're 21, 22, and you're starting your own record label, you're about to sign your next little baby or Drake, pay attention how this industry works and how they're trying to defund and destroy men, especially black culture. Let me tell you something. Why is it that all these powerful black idols are being destroyed? Andrew Tate talks about this, and y'all don't pay attention. The system is simple. If you don't follow the matrix, if you don't follow the rules that they put in place, they will do everything they can by destroying you. And how they start with it is sexual allegations. And how they start with it is saying SA. And how they start with it is giving a whole bunch of people who don't already like you, who are already your enemy, and making them say that they was in those rooms. And that's how they destroy you. It starts this way. And listen, Diddy got enough money to fight these charges. But if you got 3-4 people raiding your mansions, it don't look good for Diddy.
Epstein had a lot of money too.
Hey, and he had a sex island. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's even worse.
we'll get back on this subject. I think this is gonna be a long conversation. Time to come. All right.
So moving on. Next topic. Odell Beckham Jr. and Kim Kardashian had a quickie.
Yeah.
I think 6 months is what it said, but basically they allegedly broke up. Family-oriented plans about
I didn't even
them.
know they was dating.
Yeah, we talked about them dating like
yeah, but
a month ago.
we
I
didn't
think.
say they was dating. They was smashing. What the fuck that's not dating.
They smashed for 6 months.
So hold on,
now.
let me
So
guess.
they're done smashing.
Let me ask you this question: did he claim her or did she claim him?
I don't know.
Publicly.
I don't. Well, I think is when they were holding hands and they went to the game together. What game they go to?
Bro,
A Super Bowl. They were at the Super Bowl together.
Odell Beckham is the side nigga. Period.
Well, let's get into the article real quick before you react to it. So basically, what is?
And hold on. Kim, also you the side bitch. So it's sides. Now let's go.
Who's the main ones for them?
I mean,
neither of them have a main one.
It doesn't matter. I think she's a billionaire. He's not. So whoever has the highest paycheck.
So she got more size than he does.
Exactly. She's the captain. So are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. She's a beautiful woman. Don't get it twisted, ladies. Kim Kardashian is a beautiful woman. She's a very attractive woman, but she is a 304. And men who have money, men don't care when they have money. We see men who are young doing stupid shit every day. The fuck these are the older chicks with money or they look good. That's the point. Kim is in a position to win. And why is she in a position to win? Because she can have whatever she likes. She is basically, you can get into it, she is the share of today. She's the share of today. Did that make sense?
Well, 30 more years
She's
maybe. She's only in her 40s.
She's the Madonna of today. Are you kidding me? She's the Madonna. That's what it is. And guess what? She don't have to follow the rules like most of you fucking 304s do. She can do what she wants. She could choose the man she wants because she has the money in the paper. And what 32-year-old gonna say no to a billionaire that still look good? And she looks better than 70% of you women.
She's 43 only.
Hey, and she looks better than 73% of these women. These 22-year-olds you think a 22-year-old, and it's sad to me that a 22-year-old, 23-year-old in her prime can still compete with Kim Kardashian. And this is why women look up to her. It's a 1%.
Exactly. I was going to say, how many Kim Kardashians are there?
1%.
Like a handful, maybe?
I'm going to make a money sign.
There ain't, listen.
1%.
How many of the billionaire females in the world would you say look good?
1%.
No, like a number. Like, can you count more than 5 on your hand? Probably not, right?
I mean, it's more than 5.
In the world, billionaire females.
Royalty families.
Because most billionaires are men, right?
Let's true. But let's say, I would say if you put a number.
Rihanna's a billionaire, right?
If you put 100 women, let's say if we had a number of 100, I will say 15.
But there isn't even 100 billionaire women.
I don't know.
That's the point.
But they married to families or something like that, royal families. I don't know. I'm just going to put a number at 100. If you said it was 100 billionaire women connected to a family, they own wealth, they like Oprah's, I would say out of 100 women, 15. That's it.
Why don't we look it up real quick? I want to know how many female billionaires are on planet Earth right now. Let's see.
Oh, man, you shouldn't do that.
Denied.
These women don't want to hear that. Maybe, again, they might be motivated. I don't know.
All right. It looks like there's 10.
That's it?
Yeah, well, I told you it's not going to be that many. And out of those 10, how many of them are going to look like Kim Kardashian?
One.
That's the point I'm making. So it's not 1%. It's just one.
One.
It's just one, not
Maybe
1%.
One.
So you got, here they are right here. So you got Alice Walton, don't know who she is. Julia Koch, Francois Betancourt Myers, Jacqueline Mars, Miriam Alderson, all these people. I mean, I haven't heard of any of them.
Yo, let me ask you a question.
Mackenzie Scott, there's Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
That's
She's
cool.
number
Let me
9.
ask you a question. Out of all these 10 females, how many females was self-earned, or did they take it from a man? What do you think the percent?
But what I see is a
what
lot
do you
of them
think?
a lot of them are old.
Okay, that's cool. But what is the percent that was taken from a divorce?
Well, we'd have to actually make a podcast for that, or like a topic, because we'd have to go one by one and look into and dig into their life and find out if any of them. I know this.
Nope.
Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' wife, she's not self-made. We know that one.
Right.
I know who that one is. I don't know the other 9. But she's not even on this list.
But the point of it is, man, listen, if you're Kim Kardashian, if you Kim Kardashian and you're in a position like she is, she's still young and beautiful. She's not in her prime. She fucked off with Kanye. That was her best option for a husband because he was devoted. But she's for the left, he's for the right. And you can't have two separate ideas when it comes to religion or politics. That's the point. She's been sold to the left. Kim support everything that represents Biden, period. And listen, Odell Beckham is young. I consider him the purse of Kim Kardashian. And he doesn't mind because, listen, bro, he might spend his money, and I don't even think, when you that rich like they are, they don't have to worry about anything. When you that successful and that rich like they are,
there's allegedly, hold on.
Allegedly.
There's an insider. There's allegedly an insider in this relationship situation. Maybe it's a friend of hers. I don't know who. That's basically spilling out what happened. So what this insider said is she wants another child. And she loves the idea of having a baby with Odell.
Of course.
He has great genetics. And she can't help imagining how beautiful their baby would be. And she has plenty of frozen eggs. So it's really just a matter of talking Odell into this plan, even if that means making it worth his while financially. So this insider is alleging that this woman wants to financially pay this man to basically use one of her eggs so she can have a kid with him.
Hey, Odell Beckham.
And listen, hold on. That's the reason they broke up. This insider is saying once she said that to him or asked him for this, he dipped out. He left.
He's an idiot.
He said, I'm out of here.
Why?
Peace.
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know, but he did it.
Why would you do that, Odell? Let me tell you something.
Maybe he doesn't want children.
Nah.
Maybe it's too early for him. He still wants to party.
You don't want to be in a Nick Cannon position, my nigga?
He doesn't.
You don't want to be in a Nick Cannon position? Odell, you don't want to get paid $1 million a motherfucking month to be a sperm, how do we say it?
Sperm donor. She wants to use his genetics.
Hey, bro.
Because she thinks the children will come out very beautiful.
I don't have listen to me. I have no quarrels with Odell Beckham Jr. I think he's one of the top fashion influencers for the NFL. I think he might not be the best NFL player, but he's one of the top for branding. And guess what? Because young people like him, women like him, and he can get bitches. He operates like Future. He operates like NBA Youngboy. He operates like Drake. And he can operate like Michael B. Jordan. He can play any fucking role and still win. And women like that. They like a guy who can still play a gladiator, but still can be a gentleman. And that's why, and he's an athlete. He's talented. Bro, listen, if Kim Kardashian's telling you, hey, have a baby by me, you can be a millionaire. That's 50 Cent's song.
I think the reason he did that is because I don't know. If this is even true, we don't know.
Hey, man.
But I have a feeling they'll get back together.
Listen, Odell, bro.
I think he's seen her exes. And
I understand. I know. Of course it
is. Look what
but,
happened to all her exes.
But listen, Odell, you're about to get another NFL contract.
She's a headache for Kanye.
On, listen, bro.
She's a headache.
You're about to get another NFL contract, but it's not going to be from the NFL. It's going to be from the Kim Kardashian company. And listen, is it worth it? I don't know. If you walking away,
maybe it's her mother that scared him away.
Hey, bro. Hey, at the end of the day, we about to get off the subject. Odell Beckham Jr., I'm just going to say this, bro. If Kim is trying to have a baby and you're the best candidate for it, do a contract. I need $2 million a month.
She said that's what she wants to do. This insider is, these are allegations. I don't know if it's true yet.
Do it. $2 million a month.
She wants to financially
$24 million a year.
So that he can use her eggs and make.
That's fine. $24 million a year. I'll do it. I want $24 million a year. And guess what? I want him. That's what you got to ask for. Is this a billionaire woman coming to you saying, knock me up? Bro, throw her a check. And she'll pay it. Women will pay for anything. These women are in their 40s, bro. Okay? She can't be out here fucking 22-year-olds. Okay? She's lucky that she can go at a 30-year-old. So, can you imagine if Kim Kardashian... Hey, can you imagine if Kim Kardashian was the baby father of the guy who was playing for Houston? Can you imagine this?
Listen, she's operating just like a man.
Well, of course she is, but she has every right because she's a billionaire, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say it on the Cash Money Drink podcast. If you're a woman and you're a billionaire, you can do what the fuck you want. You got your own money, your own business, your own company, your own salon, your own whatever you got. If you're Rihanna, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Paying some.
Listen,
she want to pay
this
some
is
guy
the
to
reality.
Use her eggs.
Hey, this is reality towards women. Once you get to a mountain like a man, you competing like men. You are a man, even though you have a woman part or a vagina or a pussy or whatever you want to call it. You still gonna have to operate like a man. Kim has every right to do what she wants because she worked her ass off to get there. We can say she's a 304, even though she is. We can say she sold her soul to the devil, even though she did. We can say she's a bad mother, even though you may think that. But all you women...
Well, her own kids said it.
Listen, all you women want to be in her position. This is the reality of life. Listen, at the end of the day, we'll see how this plays out. I would tell Odell, can't even say his name. I would tell, how do you say it, bro?
Just say OBJ.
OBJ, okay? Come with a contract, $24 million a year, and I'll do it. And you got to pay me that for 18 years.
She would do it.
How much is that? 18 years. I mean, that's tell
she
her.
Would think about it.
Tell her. Put it like this. I will have
even if she negotiate down to 12.
Let's call this. Let's call this.
10.
Let's call it. We're going in this subject. Let's call this the $100 million baby. Okay. If you want me to have your child, I'm charging $100 million, and that's what you should say, Odell. Let's move on.
All right, moving on. These two guys, Drake and Future, got a beef. There's a lot of beef going on right now, and the rumor is
it's a lot of rumors.
There's a woman that's in the middle of it.
Well, it's always a woman. And I'm gonna tell you this very quick. For every man's downfall, and these dudes ain't downfall. Drake, I'm gonna say it again, is a top tier artist. Is he in the top 5 lyricists? I don't know. Is he one of the top in pop? He's one of the top in the music industry. He has to keep competing. And Future is also in the top. And me and him have a disagreement. He looks at Future. The only reason why he blew up, even where he at today, is 9 years ago when he dropped a mix and album with Drake. But you gotta understand, bro. Women will destroy you by information, by default. And when you listen, rappers in this industry, even in my industry, we are in the entertainment industry. We do a lot of shit. Nightclubs, night events. We in Miami. We in Vegas. Entertainment. We all over the place. You know what I mean? And you see it. The same type of business partner or artist, they fuck with the same women. And it's, I don't know why. Because that's the circle they in. And for some reason,
I think it's because those women keep showing up to like a Dre and Michelle. She keeps showing up. You've seen all the pictures we had with her a couple weeks ago when we talked about her. She's in every event with every celebrity in the last 15 years, it seems like.
Yeah.
So if you're constantly there, you're going to be constantly the one that gets taken home. But the point is, this woman is denying it. She said her name's Diana, a.k.a. Princess Diana.
Okay.
Nobody's beefing over me. She said in her Instagram live. People believe that it had to be her since one of the album's songs was titled Magic Don Juan, Princess Diana. But according to her, this isn't the case. I'm not that important. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular person. It ain't about me.
She's a regular girl who's been knocked up by a guy.
He belongs to the streets.
Who's a mother. And for some reason, Drake like going at women with children. right? And Future don't care because he's Future and he's a superstar too. But this
so
is
what do you think it is then? If she's right and it's not really that, what is your opinion on why this is happening?
My
Why
opinion
are they
is
beefing?
this. Listen, my opinion is this. And you listen, look at, we got a cover and it's dope for this subject. And listen, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. Super thanks. Cash Money Dream Podcast. We here, we ain't going nowhere. It's your boy Cash. And listen, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, what I think, and from what I have seen, and for what other people have said on the market of what's being said on the internet. But it starts with Drake and Future had a collab years ago, and it was successful, and they made millions of dollars together. They did tours. They made a lot of money. Probably,
a lot of those songs were on the top of the charts for a
Drake
while.
made probably 20, 30 million off of this Future run that he did within a decade, okay?
They're still making money off those
exactly,
songs.
and Future's probably made 10, 15 million. But what happened was, when you got a producer, and his name is Metro Boomin, and he's he's already the biggest producer right now in the business, and you got an artist that actually have a loyalty to him. I mean, it comes down to, if you make promises and you don't keep them.
What promise?
Well,
who made a promise?
Well, allegedly, Drake made a reference that he would do another album with Future.
Allegedly.
And he backed out on it. And he did the album instead with 21 Savage. And
that's doing well too.
And that took a diss towards Metro Boomin, because he was allegedly supposed to be the producer of the album for Drake and Future. And that costs, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this is true, this probably costs Future $15 to $10 million. And it probably cost Metro Boomin $3 to $4 million. That money they could have made doing the Future with Drake. But this is what happens. So
they're bitter?
I mean, you can say bitter, but I don't call it bitter, because I think when you're in a business and you're making promises and it's money on the table, it's a business deal. I don't take it as bitterness, because if we make a deal together and we have a conversation that's off paper, this is why it's important as a man, you must do everything by contract.
Yeah.
This is why I keep telling you, man, if you're sleeping with a woman or multiple women, you must have them under a contract so it's protecting you. Because when you be a millionaire or you're a multimillionaire, everybody's going to do whatever they can to try to destroy you. They only really fucking with you because you got money. And you know this. How many men have money and they only know that the women they sleeping with is only there because of the money? She's not really there because of you. And that's why you play the same game, right? This is a game for rappers too. This is I don't care how rich you are. This is a game for rappers too. You don't really have friends in the music industry. You don't really have friends. You don't. Everybody is there to take something from you. Everybody's there to try to get to your level, or they try to destroy you. They're watching you, so you gotta be very careful. And Drake, he survived 2 decades almost, 20 years. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Actually, he survived.
That's the longest lifespan I've ever seen in hip hop.
So you gotta understand. And listen, I don't think it's Drake. I think it's Universal.
Well, actually, I take that back. I think Kanye's been around longer.
I don't think it's Drake. I think it's Universal.
I don't know. I see. I'm not a Drake fan, but I respect the numbers, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I respect his numbers, but what I want to say is, my opinion, it could be one of two things. It could be that he's just being a bitch about it.
Who?
Drake, and
Right.
that's why he did that. To
Well,
them.
Drake-
or
Listen.
this is B. This is the only other thing that could be, I think.
Yeah.
Or it could be, maybe there's something that they did that he didn't like, or maybe they did something foul against him, and he's like, okay, fuck y'all, but he
Listen.
didn't go public like they're going, and he backed out because of that.
You
You can give him the benefit of the doubt.
You can
never know.
give whoever you want the benefit of the doubt. You can have your opinion. I can have mine. The industry can have theirs.
Yeah.
When you're in this business, there's a lot of egos that goes on into this business, right? There's a lot of personal vendettas, and there's people who would do anything to stay on top. Drake is that artist. He's willing to compete with anybody. He don't give a fuck who you are. And that's how Drake stays consistent. But it's not just Drake. It's his ghost writers, his producers, it's his engineers.
It's a whole team. It's not just one person.
It's not only that, it's his marketing team. Do y'all understand who Drake is fucking signed to? Y'all keep thinking it's Cash Money. No, it's Universal, okay? And go look at their record. Universal is not no fucking joke. And let me tell you something, I'm gonna say it again. Drake can he can say no to something, and then the label can say, well, Drake, you don't have a choice. And Drake can sit there and he can negotiate because he's in a position. He's
not a boss.
He's a boss, but he's not the main.
He's like a half boss.
Exactly. He's not the main boss when it comes to all his music and distribution. He's not. And this is why Jay-Z makes fun of Drake sometimes, and Kanye does. But Drake is still winning. He's outselling all these artists. Okay,
well, right. Kanye's got the #1 track right now.
But Drake overall outsells everybody.
Yeah, he's got the most streams.
But point what it is Future is looking at like, look, this could have made me $10 million. And now I'm coming out with an album with Metro Boomin. Drake should have been a part of it, but you did a record with 21 Savage that's also making 21 Savage relevant and a lot of money. So it comes into jealousy. And for what it's saying is this female who's allegedly sleeping with both of them, but you got a baby father or a man you fucking with, and you got 2 kids, and you out here still fucking 2 other rappers. This is why I tell you, man, it's not safe for a man, because this is what Future's saying. Stop being soft, Drake. We fucking go listen to this record, man. Future's talking about it in his new album. He's telling this nigga like stop being soft towards a female. We fucking the same female. But what they're saying is she's running to Future, telling all the shit that's Drake saying to her, and Drake is in his feelings talking to this woman. Now, keep in mind, she's an Instagram chick, right? She got a fat ass, tattoos all over her body. You know what I mean? She's an attractive woman for one thing, sexual. That's it. She's nothing else interested outside somebody want to fuck her. But this is what you women like. Y'all want to be sexualized where men only look at you as a toy.
Well, we actually had, remember Mickey was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she said it's because of validation. And you said by sex, you just open your legs a million times. She said that's actually a form of validation for women, is to just get fucked. And they feel validated when a man does that to them. So,
and this is why women
the body count keeps
guess
rising.
What? And that body count keeps rising. And this is why culture and women are being destroyed, because truthfully, you're not programmed to do that. You're programmed to find one man and reprocreate with that one man. You're not supposed to be sitting out here sleeping with 100 men or 20 men or 50 men, because
stop it. Get some help.
You're losing a bit of your soul every time you give your treasure away to another man. But here's a girl who's an Instagram model who's sleeping supposedly with Drake, sleeping supposedly with Future, and she's selling information to both of them, and she's still entertaining her boyfriend. I had to look for her, bro. I had to look this woman out, and I found her. I'm on her Instagram. She's got a whole bunch of pictures with a skinny, light-skinned dude with dreads, and she has a whole bunch of kids. And I can't keep believing that guys will sit here and entertain these women. I don't, and I'm gonna tell a man like this. I like Future, I like Drake, but don't operate where you get a woman who a porn star pregnant and you have a child. Don't do that. And don't and don't operate where you're dealing with a woman that's ratting and willing to sell out another artist or another person. This is why Young Dolph didn't want to fuck with Yo Gotti, because he felt like he was telling on his boys. And listen, sometimes this can happen where you're dealing with a female. If she's an informant, she's an informant. And if it works for both of y'all, then cool. But listen, Future don't give a fuck. He's fucking every female he look at. He's a pop star just like Drake. And it's unfortunate. I would tell you right now, let's get off this subject. I think hopefully these guys can come back together and sit down and do a record, because they work well together. And if you feel like Future is bitter because of Drake's success, I don't know.
I think. Listen, again, I'm not a Drake fan.
I don't know,
but I'm not going to say I'm
going
to respect his resume and what he does. There's probably a handful of songs that he's done in his career that I like. Outside of that, I don't care for his music. But
who's a bigger artist?
Drake. Okay. At the end of the day, so.
But who's
Drake,
a bigger artist?
What I want to say is he could make an album with any artist in it.
I agree, but do you say
not just Future and 21
Future,
Savage?
Bro, listen, bro.
He's the main character of these albums.
Who's a bigger artist?
Drake's the biggest overall.
Who's the biggest artist in the streets, though? It's not Drake. It's Future.
Well, I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Drake is the biggest artist if you're looking at him,
but
as
what
the
makes
full
more
package,
money, the street music or the fucking
it doesn't,
industry?
Well, guess
standard
what?
music.
As this is the same here. Perfect example. I'm glad you said
Kanye's
it.
new album,
Listen,
is that a street album?
I'm glad you said that.
Kanye's number one right
Listen,
now. The
I'm
number
glad
one
you said
song, is
that.
it a street
Here.
song? Think about it.
I'm glad you said that, and we're gonna get off the subject. I'm gonna ask you a question, a very simple question.
Yeah.
Rami, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then it's a reference to what you just said. Let me ask you a question. It's very simple. Who's a better comedian, Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
I think it's the same as music. I think
Bro,
it's your
answer my
opinion.
question.
In my opinion,
All right,
but I can't give you a fact. My opinion is Cat Williams.
Okay, so
I'd rather watch Cat Williams.
Okay, so hold on. This is your opinion. Did you
Right.
say Cat Williams?
Yes.
I agree. Now, who's a bigger name, Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
It goes same to the
No,
Drake thing I said.
bro, who's
Kevin
a
Hart.
bigger accident?
Like I said,
Hold
Drake
on.
is bigger,
Finish,
but I
let
don't
me
listen
finish.
to Drake.
Hold on.
I
Who's
told you that.
Bro,
It's the same thing.
Who's the bigger name?
It's the same thing.
Okay, but that's my question. Who's
Kevin
the,
Hart and Drake are bigger.
Okay, but listen, listen, just answer the question. Who's the bigger name between Cat Williams and Kevin Hart? Okay, so this is
maybe now Cat Williams
No. And
70
still
million views.
in movies and everything, still Kevin Hart. And the reason why is because in the streets, Cat Williams is relevant. And it does matter because, like Cat Williams said, I don't have to sell my soul and do all these contracts and sponsorships. I'm still a millionaire. I'm comfortable in my own skin.
And that's why I said I don't
And that's
bump
why
Drake.
and that's why I say Future, he doesn't care if he has 300 million. He doesn't care if he has 100 million. This nigga's spending $5 million a month in his lifestyle. Do you not listen to his music? This is what females want. This is what they want. They want the guy to go out and just don't care. They want the guy who spends money and living reckless. And Future's a dope artist making dope music. And yeah, he's not bigger than Future. I mean, he's not bigger than Drake. But he's big enough to stay relevant where women like that. And as long as he does that, he's relevant in the streets. Drake has the fame. Future does too. But Drake is bigger in the world scheme of music. But Future is running the streets. Trust me.
I like to quote, and I've been doing this for years.
Future run the streets.
I like to quote 50 Cent on this. When it comes to music conversations, I always love 50 Cent's quote. 50 Cent said, decade or more ago, the music business is about selling music.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about.
Yep.
If you're not selling music, what are you doing? So if the music industry is only about selling music and we have two musicians we're comparing and one's selling more than the other, again, I don't bump Drake, but he wins.
Drake wins overall, but in the streets, Future wins. So at the end of the day, listen, I listen. The last rapper that had the streets and the public, what artist was it? The last artist that had the streets and the publishers. Which artist?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I think of DMX.
Tupac.
But I don't know.
DMX is
well,
cool.
DMX was
for
there
sure.
too. He had
DMX
Party
for sure.
Up.
But hold on,
that
hold
was
on,
a huge song.
hold on. DMX for sure. But
he came after Tupac.
But the biggest artist was Tupac Shakur. He ran the streets and he ran the public. So
same with Jay-Z.
So that's all.
Jay-Z's more recent too.
So that's not too many artists that can run the streets and still run the pop or the culture of radio spins like Drake. So
right.
That's all I'm saying. But let's move on. Let's see what happens. I want these guys to work it out. I do. I don't want to see these guys beef. I think for us as black people, we must keep making money and entertaining our positions so our legacies and our families can live off of us for the next 100 years. So, guys, like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. It's your boy Cash. We out of here. Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Cash, Cash Money Dream Podcast. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys click over here to subscribe, and to watch more, click over here. And to keep this production going, because we're doing a lot of crazy work, make sure you guys on the bottom of the video do super thanks. We appreciate it. It's your boy Cash, Cash Money Dreams. We out of here.